Wherever I step, I'm a woosa. Welcome, welcome, welcomes. Greetings, everyone. I am your host, Chantel Sierra Shakim, coming in for day number 159. We're here again. So today we're going to do something a little different. I'm vibing out, listening to this song. I'm going to let it flow now. I'm going to let it flow. I am the voice in the wilderness. I am the voice in the wilderness, saying, prepare ye the way. Prepare ye the way. Because we do remember. So yes, normally I come on here and I am diving into tarot. I am your soul guide. I am your holistic self-care practitioner. I pull some tarot. I pull some oracle cards. And then I just see what spirit wants to say. And today, I'm just allowing my voice to say what it wants to say, okay? So I am calling y'all into the room, calling you into the space. This is our time to have a little candid conversation. I'm open to pulling some tarot. I'm open to speaking, whatever spirit has to say. I'm tuning in, tapping in, and turning on. Welcome in, Mrs. Pineapples. Welcome in, sis. I am here again, welcoming everybody who comes in. Welcome in, Cadillac Black. Okay, I know who that's at, who that is. Welcome in. I'm having some candid conversation before we jump in to tarot. If you haven't already seen on my TikTok reels the energy that has been coming through, greetings, welcome in, Twin B, welcome in. I am really tapping into this energy that supports me. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Come on in with your conversation. Come on in with your questions. If you are a podcaster, if you are a content creator and you want to join me, please come on into the room, because today is not only about me, it's about you. I am the voice. I am the voice, and this is a time that we have to be the frequency, the vibration. As I was saying, I posted a couple of reels right before coming on here today, talking about my part in the book, chapter 5 of my book, Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel, talking about the messenger and vibration, and how our voice shifts the vibration, shifts our frequency, shifts our experiences, and we just have to speak it. So I am the voice is all about you. I want to hear what you got to say and hear you come through, because this is not only for me, it's for you. But if there is no questions, greetings. Remember to come in, doing your tapping, doing your heart me. Welcome in, everybody. Again, I will tap into the tarot, and if you see fit to ask a question, if you see fit to want to join this live, this is about you. And I'm here too. So we allow in all the ancestors, guides, universal consciousness to meet us here too. So without further ado, welcome in. Let's tap in, okay? We're going to tap into the tarot and see what it wants to say about I am the voice. As I said before, I am the voice that is calling out from the wilderness. This is a death and rebirth experience, okay? That's what they're saying. When you begin to speak, power and life is in the tongue, right? But how are you using that to become, to have your feet firmly planted, to know that you are more than enough in your own unique essence? You have more than enough to offer, to give, to serve the collective consciousness and the world around you. Ooh. As my voice was getting a little raspy. Okay, y'all coming through. I give thanks. So we're in this death and rebirth experience, finding that place of the hermit, right? These came out. Finding the place of the hermit, saying, you know what? I gotta shine my light. As I was saying, your unique essence. What does that look like? It don't look like nobody else. It don't look like anything else that you've already seen. It's something divine within you. The way you show up is what's gonna light this world up. Light your world up as well. As you begin to nourish the seeds, the fruit, the gifts, the talents, you know, that story of the 10 talents. What are you doing with your talent, with your gifts, with your abilities? How are you nourishing them in your I am? Are you navigating it in a way that brings you to the ultimate goal, your purpose, your passion, your wealth, your health, your success, your joy, your bliss? How are you navigating your experience of life? It's time to get clear about it. Again, we talked about clarity with the feminine nature yesterday. This is clarity again with the masculine nature. This is about being wise about how you show up in the world, not taking the back seat, not being a non-player character in this game of life. It's up to you to take your time, do it right. You can do it, baby. Do it tonight. Sometimes you got to do it in the darkness. Sometimes you got to do it in that shadowy place. Sometimes you got to be the light in the darkness as you rise up and begin to celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Don't. It's a celebration. Okay, so that's 6 cards. We're going to get one more card. Welcome in everybody. We are tapping into I am the voice. I'm wanting to hear y'all, whether it be words in the chat, whether it be you joining me. This is where we're bringing it as above, so below. This is how our energy must flow. As I've talked about in my book, Aligned and Crowned, The Wheel Within the Wheel, it talks about how this chakra energy is our I am. This is where it begins, in the root. And then we're fueled by our feelings, our passion, and what we give birth to, and how we put action to what we see, how we speak in vibration and frequency. This is truly what and how you bring your dreams into this now reality. Okay? Take a different perspective. This is the hangman energy. Allow the light within you in this third eye chakra to begin to illuminate the next space in time, the next place where you find your divine, where you connect with universal energy, universal consciousness, and find that place of peace and happiness and bliss, knowing that you rise above all the other things that have come to torment. Ooh. You have to be the voice in the darkness. You have to embrace the death and the rebirth. The understanding that it's not always what you see. You create it through your own divine frequency. Ooh. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for your energy being sent from above, sent from heaven. So keep on tapping, y'all. We want to get people in the space. If you want to have a conversation, please put a little chat in the chat, because this is all about speaking our truth into this reality. I'm open to pulling some cards and navigating the energy of whatever spirit is bringing to you and me. And we're here for it, you know, because I am the voice. You are the voice. You are the frequency. What you speak, you create. What you believe, you are. It's as simple as that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the question. It says, I want to know if me and Michael will become a couple. And what is your name? She wants to know, Jennifer. Okay, give thanks, Jennifer. Jennifer wants to know, will she and Michael be a couple? So we're going to pull from the angel oracles and just see if we can get a yes or no for Jennifer. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes, Jennifer. Will Jennifer and Michael become a couple? Do you want to become a couple? I'm thinking you want to, but all these cards came through. So we're going to shuffle. They were all face down, and they said, we're taking them all. Okay, so the first card out that flipped over was success. There is success of the waiting within this communion, but becoming a couple is not quite clear. There is something successful going on in the air. And it said the situation will improve, okay? But it may take some recovery. So I don't know what's going on there, but you know. So it says there's success, the situation will improve, and it's going to take some recovery. In that space, as I'm looking at this is really about getting clear about what this relationship will bring, how this relationship will bring success, not only to you, but to him. Setting in meditation, really getting clear about what you want from that connection. And then reconsider. If those alignments are not there, it may not happen, okay? And the last card is unlikely. So I didn't even know what was coming. But unless the connection is in alignment, Jennifer, it's very, very important to know what you want and know who that person is. So the situation might need to improve, but right now it's unlikely. So you have to sit in that meditation because you attract who you are. So if you believe that he's out of your league, you need to raise yourself up so you can be in his league. You know, if you feel like there's some things that are maybe addictive behaviors, what am I hearing? Attachment things that you are still struggling with, or because you're asking, I'm saying it's you, it could be him. There could be some addiction, there could be some things in the back, you know, that you might like him as a person, but you don't really know him yet. So take that time to get to know him. And then once you get to know him, you'll know if you really want to be a couple. He may be just a great friend. He may be someone who will show you who you need to become so that you can attract the perfect match. Because oftentimes we have this desire with the eyes, you know, he looks good, he's cool, he's this, he's that. But understand, most people only show you the good parts of them. But when you get closer, you see other parts of them that they're not willing to work with. So that's where the reconsider comes in. But it says the situation will improve, and that's the situation with you. So improve how you view relationships first and foremost. Look at how and what you wish to gain from being in a relationship, not only with Michael but with anyone. You know, how is your relationship with yourself? Are you loving on yourself? Are you firmly clear about how you listen to yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feeling? Or do you look for other people to validate you? Ooh. A man cannot validate our worth. That's for me too. Men do not validate our worth. We may be getting up in age, you know, we may be young and fresh and just moving into relationships, whatever it is. But it doesn't mean that we have to be in a relationship, okay? Amen. Amen. We don't need a man. We don't need a man. Amen. Okay. But we do need to balance our own feminine and masculine energy to be whole within who we are, so that the other person that we attract is whole too. They're not dealing with those shadowy things that we were talking about in the beginning. There's a true death and rebirth happening in humanity now. It's getting a little shaky, baby. It's getting a little shaky, and people are reaching for wherever they can see light to harness it for themselves without being able to reciprocate or give back or balance and bring harmony to those divine connections. So it's very, very clear that you have to go into this place and just recover your own self. Understand that you are more than enough, and you are worthy of having the best relationship that you can have. And maybe Michael may be it, but it may be work that needs to take place, because the first card was success, right? But the success is also the mirror, right? The mirror in saying, okay, I see this and I like this, but am I trying to take it from here, or is it within me too? Or is it showing me something that I need to improve on? Rising up to this higher frequency and knowing that, there's always unlikelihood, because relationships depend on two people. And maybe you're out of his league. Maybe he has insecurities. I'm not really sure, but I know that right now the end is unlikely. But it doesn't mean that this is the final say-so. Understand, tarot, oracle cards, and messages from the Most High are only subject to this right now moment. And anything can happen after now. Okay? Anything can happen after now. So if you feel like you are the one that needs to improve, start working on yourself. Come into these lives. I am a holistic self-care coach, and I work with women to truly find their own identity, to really begin to regulate their nervous system, finding their worth, finding their purpose, and being able to balance practical spirituality, because we can attract everything that we desire, but it takes the work. It takes dying to old ways, limiting beliefs, feelings of lack, feeling of unworthiness. We have to begin to plant new seeds and begin to nourish them within us, so that we can navigate the light and the dark. Those parts of us that we feel aren't good enough, we can move it on over, but we just got to get clear about it. If Michael is everything that you would desire in a man, think about what kind of woman he would want and see if that resonates with you. Adjust your crown, honey. As above, so below. Allow that energy to flow. You have a choice every day of how you show up, how you want to do your work. What does that look like? What limiting beliefs do you struggle with? What things make you feel like you're not worthy, or you're always going to be alone, or you still have things to work on? Begin to work on them, and still stay in that, the cipher of Michael. Because it may be, as you continue to work on you, he will be attracted to you. Even more so if you're attracted to him. All right? I hope that gave you some inspiration. Oh, give thanks. They said yes. That was good. I give thanks for you allowing me to tap into that energy with you, because it also was important for me to hear. I'm constantly on here working on myself, and I always see mirrors of me at different phases of life, but I'm moving through it, and I've been where you're at, and I'm still working on ourselves. Never ends. Even as a professional, self-improvement, self-love, it starts with that. Loving yourself unconditionally. unconditionally. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But then you have to get on top of it. This is the Chariot card. I'm going to read the Chariot card from the Light Seers Tarot because we have it all and it's working for us. We have to begin to readjust our mind and saying, how good can it get? How can I improve? And the Chariot is one of those major arcana cards. And in this pool, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4. So it's a foundation here of huge leaps, huge shifts that are able to be taken right now. Okay? So this Chariot card says, I choose who I am becoming. See, girl, I can't make this up. I choose who I am becoming, and I run toward it with conviction and constant motion. That's self-improvement. Yeah. Be focused on that. See how it looks to be in your highest vibration, loving yourself unconditionally, and move in that direction. You know, begin to see yourself differently. This is the Hangman energy. This is another major arcana. We'll read that one too because we're going to tap into these life shifts because that's what I'm all about. We get to choose as we align our will with who we are. I am at your root chakra. Okay, who do you say you are? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have? Start there. And then where you're feeling a little shaky, baby, take time to think about it and go to your crown. Go to that consciousness where all things abound and say, you know what? I may not be seeing myself clearly. I may be talking bad about myself. Remember the voice, the power of life and death, this rebirth is in our tongue. How do we talk to ourselves? How do we show up for ourselves? Are you always talking down on yourself? Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you didn't do this right. No, cut that out. We don't talk bad about ourselves. We say, what is this here to teach me? How can I grow in this situation? You know, because the way that we talk to ourselves allows us to see a better, a clearer picture and be wise and discerning in the experience. So the Hangman says, I lean into my inner world of limitless miracles, surrendering to the divine will of the cosmos. The divine will of the cosmos says all we do is win, 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 no matter what. So we have to see that and say, okay, how am I winning? Even in our darkest night, even in the shadow, even in the things where we feel like, oops, I should have did something different. Trust that, and next time do something different. We be gentle with ourselves. We allow ourselves to be seen, heard, and witnessed through it all, unapologetically, but choosing to take the next path that brings us to the fulfillment that will last. And that means going in that hermit mode sometimes, going in, as it said here, you go lean into your inner world. This is what the hermit is saying. And see, both of them is like the as above, so below energy. You just have to see it differently. When you feel like you want to say something bad about yourself, see it from the highest perspective. See it as, okay, what is this teaching me about me? How is this teaching me about how I talk about myself? And then rewire that story. Begin to speak something different. So we'll go to the Hermit, which is number 9, and this is a 9-year. It will be ending per the galactic calendar in July. So things can shift just like that, right? The 9. It comes through. Yes, speak only positive. And even in the midst of the craziness, the chaos, the destructions, the trials, the tribulations, the challenges, I always say, how good can it get? So I immediately stop in that moment and say, how good can it get? Don't entertain how miserable and awful it is. No. Cancel it by saying, how good can it get? Not only having to speak positive, just breathe. How good can this get? And then taking that time to listen to your highest self. This place of the hermit. And it's number 9. And it's like, yeah, this is the work, y'all. It doesn't have to be difficult. But when we move in the energy that spirals us in the lower frequencies of our being, you know, where we feel it and we get stuck. So our lower chakra energies don't merge our heart, right? They're the things that we have to bring up to our knowing. So it's, what do I want to do? I am. That's the root chakra affirmation. I am. And then the sacral is your I feel. We get those feelings that make us, that gut feeling that makes us feel it, and it doesn't feel too good, and we're like, oh my God, and we want to speak from that. But no, we have to move that energy up into our solar plexus. And solar plexus says, I can and I do. Don't get stuck in the sacral chakra energy of feeling the feels that make you feel what you don't want to feel. Move it into, what can I do? What can I can and I do. Okay? And then when you say, okay, I feel this, what can I do about it? That moves it up to this place of love. Our heart chakra is the place where we bridge what we know with our I am. I am feeling that I can do this because I speak it. So I love that I can speak what I see and what I know. Okay, that's how the energy flows. But so often we get stuck. But the hermit says, inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide, show me my brightest light so that I may see with all my heart. Loving on you. Loving on you. Be gentle with you. Know that, you know what? I've been doing this way for a long time. It's difficult to move out of what I know, but I can die to that because that's not the truth. That's not the truth of me. That is something that I felt for a moment, that I've entertained, that I've spoke about so often, that now it's manifesting in my reality as truth. But I get to choose to use my voice to speak something different. You can use your voice by recording affirmations about how beautiful you are. You can record affirmations about how good your life can be. You can use your voice to just speak in that moment. I love myself. I am love. I am love. I am loved. I am guided. I am directed. I'm not my past. I am my future. My future looks very bright. I can move beyond this feeling to feel like everything is all right. Everything is all right. Sometimes you got to get into those feelings, though. That's where it said lean into it. Cry, scream, yell, release it from your body. Shake, dance, do yoga, go for a walk, breathe. Taking in breath is so cleansing to the soul. Don't speak until you can speak what your next steps are. I can breathe. You breathe without even noticing. Just begin to use an intentional breath. Breathing into, I teach breath healing. And breath healing is a little different than breath work. I teach breath healing to my clients, which is that primal breath. And it's the releasing and cleansing breath. And you breathe in a 3-part breath. It's and you continue that into your stomach, into your heart, and release. And sometimes the tears will flow. You'll feel the anger. You'll feel whatever is there. But then you let it go. Feel it and let it go. And allow the breath to bring healing to that feeling so that you can love yourself unconditionally. Tears, my mentor tells me, even though I'm a mentor for women, I also have someone who helps mentor me. Everyone needs a guide, a support, someone that they can be true to themselves with, right? So my mentor always says, tears are the pain leaving the body. When was the last time you had a good cry? Because this says, again, inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide, show me my brightest light so that I may see with all my heart. This is how we use our voice. This is how we must use our voice in that space of I am, I can, I do, I feel, I love, I speak, I see, and I know just how good it can be. We give thanks for that. So this moving of the energy is how we allow vibration and frequency to begin to assist us in our journey to living our best life now. So I hope that was a powerful insight, revelation, and we're going to tap in to the rest of the oracle cards because I always commune with my ancestors, and we're going to see what they have to say. Oh, they said we didn't read the fourth major arcana from the tarot. This is how we die to the old, the past, those things that have happened that are really important to how we grow, okay? Grow, glow, and flow. Look at all that's under the mud, but it's only allowing one tree with many branches to come up out of the mud. That pain, that suffering, that trials, that tribulations, all of the talk that you've talked that hasn't allowed you to speak your truth has brought you to this moment of death and rebirth. I am the voice calling out in the wilderness, prepare ye the way. And this again, look at that. There's that star. There's that light again. That's the inner sage, the inner guru, the inner mentor, where your brightest light shines in your darkest place. So the death and rebirth is very important. And that is number 13. And it says, death and rebirth. It says, I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where attention goes, energy flows. So we got to be mindful of where we are putting our attention, what we are speaking into this dimension, because that is in fact what comes out. Well, any divination is what spirit is all about. That is what the Bible says, and I am a firm believer, without a doubt, that I know my scripture, and divination is how I got to this space using my Bible, matter of fact. So I just want to say thank you for that inspiration to say I am right on track. And the more you study to show yourself approved, as the Bible says, you become the temple, the mosque, the cathedral, the living word that no one can speak against. No one. So I give thanks, and I am so thankful that you are studying the Bible, because the more you study, the more you will begin to know that the I am that sent you is also the I am that sent me. So I give thanks for that reminder. And the frequency of love, I send that. Ashe. We give thanks. It's interesting to me how, sometimes when you are in the frequency of religion, it's very hard to move beyond it. You know, even as a devout Christian at one time, I was like, ooh, divination. I've told this story before. When I was 18 years old, a friend of mine had some tarot cards. I went in on her. I was like, oh my God, I don't practice that. That's witchcraft. That's this, that, and the other. And I was unaware. Awareness brings you to wholeness. Awareness brings you to the place of your own becoming, the I am in you. And this is where we all begin to come together as one. People are in many different levels of their becoming, but I don't judge. I say give thanks, send you love, and continue on your journey, because everything has been sent from above. And my story was, I used to read, I still do, but when I was a devout follower of the word, as those of you who've seen Shocking Bible Study Girl come through, she is a studier of the word and a believer, I'm sure, in the Christian reality, okay? But the Bible began to be a divination tool for me. That was how I would hear scripture, and I would open it up, and that would be the exact word that I needed to hear. And even as I evolved through my life, the trials, the tribulations, the experiences, and my connection with Source Energy, God, I began to hear messages. I began to understand what your gifts and your talents and your abilities really meant. It's unfortunate, though, that religion wants to use divination as an evil space or an evil word, when divination is your communion and your connection and your channel to the Most High. We're going to ring that in. So divination began to be a tool, and the Most High, even when I was a devout Christian, said anything can be used as a tool. Anything can be used as a tool, but it is how and who is using the tool. So understand who you are communing with, who you are channeling, what purpose you are speaking. There's good and bad in all things. A lot of Christian people and the Christian book, Bible, was used in some hellacious ways. Study to show yourself approved. We give thanks. So we are going to tap into the ancestral medicine as I do commune with angelics. I do commune with Most High. I do commune with all the benevolent spirits and energies that support me and those who come into my reading on this journey in the highest heights of our being, of our beingness. The first card out is manifestation, and it says the Conjure Woman. So I'm glad she got off before she saw the Conjure Woman, because that is who I am. I am conjuring my life now. I am seeing it from the inside out. I am embodying the essence of all that I am, all that God created me to be, to manifest and impact and retrieve all that is for me. We're going to read the Conjure Woman, and it is number 1, and see what message she has for us, okay? So it says, I am a magnet for manifesting miraculous miracles. I am a magnet for manifesting miraculous miracles. That was almost a tongue tire. I was like, yes. I am a magnet for manifesting miraculous miracles, and I am a true believer in, and greater works shall you do. And greater works shall you do. when you begin to speak it, when you begin to embody it, when you begin to be the vessel of it. It's all for you. The ancestral medicine here says, when you decide to manifest your desires and dreams, you heal the unfulfilled dreams of the ancestors that came before you. Let not their sacrifices be in vain. And that can even include Jesus if you want to hear it. For those Christians who have ears to hear and wisdom to know the difference. You are, because he is. Yahshua, whoever, Yahweh, whatever, Chantel, Sierta, Shakim, whoever you may be in your I am. Let not their sacrifices be in vain. Decide what you want and assume you already have it, my child. Seeing it from the end. Seeing it from the end. On earth as it is in heaven. Wherever that may be. Wherever heaven may look like to you. Whatever. Okay, girl. You want to come into the room? Come in. We are in the midst of it. Oh, okay. So you declined. Okay. So yes, I thought you wanted to come in. All right. But either way, we're going to keep on. We're going to keep on moving. Don't stop. Okay. So we are manifesting everything from the end because it's on earth as it is in heaven. But we have to be able to embody it. We have to be able to speak it. We have to be able to behold it. Hold it. Okay? Hold the frequency. Hold the vibration. Hold the essence of your I am. Tell them I am sent you to do what you and only you can do. And it looks different. It doesn't look like anything that we've already seen. We all have this finite capacity to hold all that is in our own expression. And this is what we have been sent to work out our own salvation in. Being, as that card showed up, which one was it? Which one was it? I think it was, oh yes, the Hermit. I am my inner sage, inner guide, inner guru. Show me my brightest light so that I may walk in it to manifest everything that is right for me. And not only for me, for humanity. All right. The next card out was the twins. Greetings, greetings, greetings. The twins are the next ones out. This is our shadow and our light. This is also the yin and the yang. This is also the good and the evil. This is one energy, the twins. And it's found within you and me. We have them both. But we have to bring it into conscious connection, collective harmony. It says conscious connection. This is where we have to bridge that gap between the ego and the id, if you were to say. This is where we have to find that place of balance between all that we're going through. All right, I see you, Curtis. I see you, Curtis. I will get your question. But we're bringing this energy of collective consciousness into one being, which is in the energy. This is number 6, the energy of love. This is also symbolic to the Lover's card in the tarot. But it says, I am worth loving and I am love. Okay? I am worth loving and I am love. Understand, when you move forward in love, everything you desire will also show up. All right, Curtis. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your information and your question. And we are going to go into the angels' numbers and to see, will Curtis get an apartment soon? Will Curtis get an apartment soon? Well, Curtis, that one popped. Are you compromising, Curtis? Are you already in a location but you want something else? It says that compromise is needed here, Curtis. I'm hearing now that you have to bring a balance or a compromise into the situation of where you will live. Because getting an apartment, are you trying to get it alone? Are you trying to get it with someone else? Are you already living in a place but you don't feel comfortable there anymore? There may be a compromise that needs to happen before you get your own apartment, okay? Let's go in again. Is there any other message for this? Whoa. Okay. It says perfect timing. So in the perfect time, you will get an apartment. I'm not sure what the perfect timing will be. Let's see if they can give us any more clarification on the perfect timing. So it's saying that it will happen in the perfect time, but right now there's some compromising that needs to happen. Is there a time frame? The reconsider comes out again, and then big happy change. So there is a big happy change that is going to happen, but it could come from that place of compromise. So if you're just wanting to get a place of your own, maybe there's a compromise that will bring forth a big happy change for you. I was trying to see a timeline. Is there a timeline that we can get for Curtis of this perfect timing? Goodness gracious. Well, it says a year from now. So a year from now, Curtis, and right now, as we look at things in the world and how difficult it is to get independent housing, sometimes you just have to compromise and be happy with that change and know that in the perfect time you will in fact get that apartment. And it may be a year from now. We give thanks. I hope that helps you understand the situation where you have to reconsider, you have to compromise, you have to look for the big happy change, and you have to know that everything that you desire as far as housing will appear exactly how you want it, maybe within a year from now. We give thanks. All right, back to this reading, being the voice. As we are bringing collective consciousness back into the space, as we are honing in and about to close this reading out, we are going to tap into our soul's journey. How is our soul going to support us in being the voice? That one was on the bottom. That one just came out. Okay, these ones, those stay out. Okay, that's what they said. So, change is required. And that supports this death and rebirth. And it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. As I talked about earlier, moving that energy up into your I can, I do. Being of service, first off to you. I feel good when I can help others. Helping yourself first. Don't let the idea of I gotta do for someone else to sidetrack you from what you are to do for you. Everything has to align. Everything has to be in flow. And you have to be honest with yourself in this place of trusting your intuition, knowing that you can make wise and intelligent decisions about your future. And honesty says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And the last card out is trust. Woo! They said, yes, you have to trust that inner voice. You have to trust that you can choose what's best for you. And sometimes you just have to lean in. Sometimes you have to go to the highest place of your I am. Being the voice of reason. Being your own mentor guide. And trusting what you feel, what you hear, and what you see on the inside. And it says, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. We're going to ring that in. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. And this is the voice of reason coming through. This is the archetype that supports me in this life that I'm living now. You know, being the messenger oracle is about truth. It's about trust. It's about being able to move as spirit leads and not giving up because of what someone else sees or what someone else expects to see. It's all about me. But it's also about those that I'm serving while I'm also serving me. Woo! That's a spin on my Embracing the Queen Within book. The first affirmation in that book is, me first, then you. Giving to myself allows me to have something to give to you. And this is where this energy shows up. Being on this firm foundation of the Four of Pentacles, knowing that you have more than enough for yourself. Now you can give something to someone else. Okay? Woo! This is good. So the last cards that we're going to pull is from our chakra deck. We're going to align our chakras as we close out this reading of I Am the Voice. All right? Understanding that we speak our reality, we speak our reality into this existence. We send out vibration, frequency into this reality, and it attracts what it is. And look what drops out again, the inner child. This is where the work begins. You have to begin to work on you. And some of it stems way back to the kid in you. Go back, give thanks. Go back and get her. Go back and get him. Sit in a space of silence and love on yourself and reprogram those limiting beliefs. Reprogram those old stories. Love on you and the little kid in you so that you can truly begin to find this place of rebirth shining through. Because my little girl is why I'm on here today. 365 days. She's like, come on, this is what we need to do. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? But I show up. And it's always so rewarding. It's always such a pleasure. And she's pleased. So it says, my inner child is free to express love and joy. My inner child is free to express love and joy. So this is what life is all about. It says, even in the Bible, I'm still on that a little bit because my benevolent ancestors are like, yeah, you need to speak about it because you lived it. Says, that in order to, let me see where it is. Goodness, it left me because I tried to reason with it. But you have to enter as a little child. You have to come as the child in the innocence, in the purity, in the knowingness that everything is within me because God made me. And I am reminded of the little girl in me saying, I am somebody because God don't make no junk. Woo! I am somebody. Because God don't make no junk. And he's given us everything that we need for life and godliness. And he is me. He is she. He is you. If you are he. You know, he. They said sometimes you got to laugh at it. You have to laugh at life. But you also have to show up unapologetically and shine your light. So, you are the message. You are the power. You are the voice. You are the dream come true. Everything that you desire is found within you. Let love lead. Until next time, I am your host, Chantel Sierra Tishakim, coming in here as your soul sister and soul guide to speak up and speak out and fix some crowns in the process. Until next time, sending you so much love. Good night.